Hi guys, let's go ahead and jump into the current energy. This is definitely a continuation of that last reading that I did. Your person is coming into the realization that they were distracted. And this distraction came from some type of hex or curse that was placed on them, an obstacle possibly. And as I mentioned before, from their close circle, family, friends, environment, whatever that may be. But it is now broken. The veil has came off, and this is somebody. And I pulled Yin and Yang from two different decks, which is telling me that this person is your divine counterpart. However, they need to go to I can't even talk. They need to go the distance in order to fix the things that they have internally to avoid escaping or running from things that seem unsafe to them, meaning feelings, meaning love, pure love, because they've never experienced that. And right now, their current energy, they're in between worlds. They do feel a sense of huge loss, sorrow, grief, and depression since you left them. They almost feel like you abandoned them, like they are orphaned. They have nobody to depend on because you were their peace. And now these mistakes that they've made by choosing this other party or going towards someone else or a different direction, whatever the case may be, it seems almost like they have all of these emotions that they cannot cope with. They are wanting something traditional, but at the same time, they're caught in between two worlds. They're caught in between fixing what they need to fix and leaving everything behind and running towards you. The thing is this individual feels like they've lost all hope, and their coping mechanism is still some type of overindulgence. Again, whether that be substance, alcohol, other people, places, burying themselves in work. It can be a multitude of things, right? But it's just an overindulgence. Right now, this energy feels like they were extremely influenced and peer pressured by their internal circle. Let me grab a couple more cards. We have escaping, and it's in reverse. So that tells me that, again, because the runner came out in reverse, we have now escaping. And remember, when I was first talking about running, escapism came out, but I was kind of like stuck on my in my words. So they're no longer avoiding how they feel. They're no longer wanting to run away, but at the same token, they're not sure if they can pursue you. They have all these emotions, and they're just drowning in them. There is something to do with a new life, and I don't know if this individual may have done something during their substance abuse or during a drunken night, or I'm not sure, but something happened. I don't know if it relates to pregnancy or if it relates to doing something that they shouldn't have. I'm picking up two storylines. One has to do with pregnancy, and the other one has to do with being with someone they shouldn't have, whether that someone be a close friend of yours or an ex-friend of yours, but they did something that they extremely regret. They have a lot of regret towards that decision, and they're hoping you won't find out. But in order for this person to come towards you, they have to come forward with the truth, and they're not sure if they're ready to do that. Now, the person that if this resonates with them being with someone you know, or you have a feeling or a hunch that they've been with someone you know, that person was trying to take your person away from you from the jump. And now they're bitter, and they want to come towards you and tell you before your person has the opportunity to, if that is the situation. Entitlement. So this person, if it resonates that they messed around with somebody else, they feel entitled to your person. They feel like almost like they are using that over them, almost like a safety net. Like, if you do this, I'm going to tell her, or I'm going to tell him. Whatever the case may be. Again, wrong time. Timing has always been aligned with desires. Trust in when the moment is right. The path will become clear. So this is someone that's really trying to figure out, I mean, and let's be honest, let's call a spade a spade. They're trying to figure out how to get out of this situation that they're currently in, because they got themselves in quite a pickle. We do have jump in. This is an opportunity you've been waiting for. So wrong person and future self in reverse. So what that tells me is that this person, if you guys talked about children, if you guys talked about a life together, they may have wanted to have children with you or spoke about a family with you, but it seems like they may have gotten somebody else knocked up, unfortunately. But here's the thing, because this person used some type of witchcraft or curse or hex to get your person away from you and to put obstacles in your guys' path, unfortunately, and I hate to give messages like this, but unfortunately, when you do hexes and use black magic, it comes to your betterment and to your destruction, really. So when this person did an hex or did witchcraft on your individual, there's an exchange. There has to be an exchange. You give something to get something. They got their person, but they did not ruin you. So with that being said, you know, the black magic, they're going to come back and collect, if that makes sense. So with that being said, I don't want to say that their child is going to, or their unborn child is going to pretty, oh my goodness, I can't even talk. I don't know if you guys heard my ice drop, but that's basically shit's going to hit the fan. So because this person dabbles in black magic, the person that you're, how can I say this? Oh my God, I'm getting all tongue tied. So if the person, and it's not if, they did get your person with black magic, they pulled them away from you, really, because the ending was so intense and so like all of a sudden. So for those that resonate, I know I'm getting so jittery. I have never felt like this during a reading, but okay, let me back up. So if there is a pregnancy that is an unwanted pregnancy because involving this hex or this black magic, it is not going to turn out the way that they had hoped, if that makes sense. I will leave it at that. I don't like to say things that are not in the highest, like, I can't even say it. I can't even finish that sentence. Let me pull some other cards and give you some guidance, because, I mean, this is going to be for those people that it resonates with, and it's just one of those things, right? We have all tied up. Yeah, this is somebody that feels like they're trapped. They genuinely feel like they're trapped in an unwanted situation, but it is their own doing. They chose the situation. They chose to go towards this person knowing that it would hurt you, knowing that it would affect you, but they were so in their emotions, so drowning in their feelings that they didn't realize that it would come down to this, that it would come down to an unwanted pregnancy, that it would come down to this person being vindictive and threatening them to tell you things. I mean, this is some really ugly energy. I don't even want to touch it anymore. I'm going to leave it there. However, I'm going to pull a card for the thoughts of your person right now and close the reading. Okay, that one flew. I'm not going to pick it up. Let's pull another one. We have working. I'm just really busy at work. I need to focus. I'm going through the dark night of the soul. It's all hitting me hard, awakening. So yeah, because of this black magic and it's unveiling, because we have this new energy coming in, it's definitely awakened them, and it's allowing them to see things clear now. They're no longer tangled up in this type of clouded, foggy, almost like robotic energy where this other individual had them. They were kind of puppeteering them, if that makes sense. But again, they're out of that energy and they're trying to come towards you, but not really sure how it's going to go. Let's continue this energy. I want to get out of this energy and try again, because this is just really ugly energy.